Welcome, everybody, to episode 11 of the All You Can Hear podcast. I am one of your four co-hosts, Tanner, and with me, as per usual, we have Colt. We have Cody. We have Wenzel.
The timeline is screwed up.
The timeline is screwed up. It is, because I remember yesterday, because we recorded episode 13, which is the French fry taste test, yesterday, and now everything's just kind of messed up, because it's like, now we're recording episode 11, and tomorrow we record episode 14, and we don't record episode 12 till next weekend.
I wonder, is this the work of the reverse Winsy?
No.
Menzel making another appearance two weeks in a row?
Is it? Where's his girlfriend, Wabby?
Yeah, this is...
I
don't know.
Why? What's the reverse of A? Would it be a V? Because A upside down kind of looks like a V.
Vabby. No, let's not.
Would it be
we're not gonna call Wenzel's girlfriend Vabby.
Well, actually, there wouldn't be an A. It would just be VB. VB.
It's VB.
Okay.
I just said Menzel because I thought it sounded funny.
Well, yeah. So
and because I just turned the W upside down.
Well, yeah. What would my alter ego name be?
Panner.
Well, I always go to Panner or Tenez.
I was gonna go.
I replaced the R at the end with a Z.
My name is Tenez.
I am Tenez. Hey boys, I'm Tenez.
Colt, what about you?
Colt.
With a K.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Oh no, the evilest of names.
No, it's with a Q.
Quote.
Oh shit.
Colt could go like quote the Colt nevermore and then just leave. That'd be good shit.
Tanner, do your.
As you can tell, we have nothing to talk about this week.
Tanner, do your bird. Yeah, there he goes. That's the Raven.
My name Jeff.
That was also my Zapdos cry.
Are we doing
My
bits?
poopy.
We can't go to bits this early. We'll have nothing else for the rest of the show.
We just did. I introduced reverse Wenzel.
But that's not even a bit. That's a whole other person.
Menzel?
That's like me introducing everybody. It's just you introducing a person only you can introduce. That'd be okay. I just had a brainstorm for the podcast. One day we should do a podcast, and within the podcast, you should do your own podcast between you and Menzel. It'd be the Wenzel and Menzel show. It'd just be like a 3-minute segment in the middle of the podcast,
Dude.
where it's just you talking to yourself about stupid shit.
This is gonna happen.
Like, none of us are here.
We might add Menzel into the group.
Oh gosh, I have to write it.
Is Menzel a lad? Oh, no.
want the
You have to
Reddit.
change your voice a little bit too.
He's not even a
You
lad.
gotta
He's...
get permission from him.
It's me, Menzel.
Oh wow!
Oh, wow, that's
God.
such a different voice.
Menzel. How'd you get into this closed studio recording?
What's like, let me get into character. It's me. It's just the same voice.
I was thinking about I was thinking about future of AYCH and thinking of a podcast. We did a taste test yesterday of French fries, which you will find out the results too.
Yeah, no
I
spoilers.
still don't want any fries.
Still don't want any fries. We ate a lot of fries, but gas station candy reviews
Gas station
I'm in.
candy.
or
I'm
gas
in.
station. Yeah,
like specific
no.
candy at gas stations, or
Yeah,
like
you know how
a
gas
Three
stations?
Musketeer.
You know how at gas stations they have all those gummies,
Yeah,
and like a lot of gas stations have peach rings.
yeah,
right?
I love me some
And
peach
so,
rings.
like, you have the Peachos that are, like, by the main company, but then you have peach rings and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
But imagine going to a gas station. You know how you go to a gas station, like, 2 for $1, and they're, like, 50 cents for some peach rings.
Yeah,
And
Hell
this
yeah.
gas station is just a gas station kind of peach ring.
yeah.
I want to do a taste test with that.
God, that sounds like that would mess up my stomach more
Yeah.
than the French fries.
But here's the thing.
Here's some
You get a
gas
lot of
station
peach
quality
rings.
shit.
A lot of peach rings.
I mean, I love peach rings.
Yo, we went to the gas station a few days ago, and I got my coworker wanted to get they wanted to get gas station food, like from a heat lamp, like under the heat lamp at one of the I think it was a Kangaroo.
When people have too much money, it just goes to their head. Is
Yeah.
what you're telling me.
Right. Yo, you guys work for a living? You must have lots of money.
Let's go get gas station food for lunch.
And it wasn't for lunch; it was for snacks. Anyways, and of course, he wanted a breakfast sandwich, and I was like, breakfast sandwich from a gas station, that's sensible. He gets up there, and there's no more of the breakfast sandwich that he wanted. So he was like, okay, I'm just going to get one of these pork rib sandwiches. And it's like one of those McRib style like patties
Yeah.
at a gas station. And
Have any
I-
sauce?
I bet it was like Jell-O.
and I sat there, I was like, I'm not going to do that. Why would I do that?
Sauce.
I did that.
You did
I
it.
also got one. And it gave me gas all day.
I bet it did.
It was the worst.
Here's the thing. Some gas station food, totally okay. Like our little gas station right down the road has excellent like biscuits, really good biscuits. But like, I've been to gas stations before. They're like, here's some hot wings. I would never on planet Earth get hot wings from a gas station or sushi.
Yeah.
Would never on this planet get gas station.
It's
gas
because you're
station.
weak.
Would you eat gas station sushi?
I'll eat anything.
I'll try anything once. I'm talking from the perspective of somebody that's had gas station sushi and has had gas station wings. I would never do it again. Although I do have a friend that doesn't live here, so I won't name, but has swore to me the best wings he has ever had in his life came from a gas station,
which is
which is
interesting.
wild to me.
I mean, around here we have this pizza company called Hunt Brothers, who
Great pizza.
who makes pizza, and I don't know if they deliver it to the store, and the stores have a tiny pizza oven in them or something. I don't really know, but the pizzas are like better than a lot of other pizzas you get.
Yeah.
And you just buy them from a gas station. Every gas station around here has a Hunt Brothers pizza, and I don't know. It's kind of weird how that kind of carries over.
Yeah, it's such a Did Hunt Brothers not have like an actual store in Tuscaloosa for a little bit?
I don't know. I'll do some research.
I don't know if they actually had a store. I feel like at one point they had a store in Midtown, but I could totally be wrong.
No, that was
No.
Brothers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's why I'm getting confused. But yeah, because I remember
Tale of Two Sons.
we we had a gas station closer to where you and Colt live, Cody, that used to have Hunt's, but then it shut down, and there wasn't Hunt's Pizza here closed for like 5 or 6 years, and then the gas station close to my house got Hunt's Brothers a couple of years ago, and it's for gas station pizza. I mean, you can't ask for better.
It's very interesting though. Why does it specifically go to a gas station?
I guess just because it's one of those things. Because yeah, every exit of an interstate usually has like a Cracker Barrel maybe, but I guess it's one of those things where like if there's not a restaurant there, that pizza's supposed to serve as a restaurant. And, like, so a trucker could go into the gas station, get him a slice of pizza or a whole pizza or whatever, and be good to go. I mean, and it's actually like, it's a little greasy, but what pizza isn't?
Yeah, that's true. And I was thinking too, what if we could go to the land where they have Hunt's Brothers pizza stores or restaurants?
I don't know. See, and that's I wonder if that's a
asking
thing.
too much.
Wow.
Do they have
Holy
Hunt Brother pizza
crap.
stores?
I'd
I'd like to know how many gas
It's based out of
stations.
Nashville.
Oh,
I figured it was at least international.
They have, by 1994, the brand had over 750 locations and currently has over 7,300 as of 2015.
Oh, good lord. Is that just in the U.S. or are they worldwide?
That's, I believe that's just U.S.
That would be insane.
Let's go.
That's like more How many McDonald's does the U.S. have? Not 7,300, I don't think.
I think they have.
In the U.S.?
in the
I
U.S.?
thought they had 9,000.
Yeah, we've looked this up before.
I remember we looked it up before. I remember it was a
ton.
lot, but I don't feel like it was 7,300.
As of 2016, let's get the page load.
God, I'm so excited now. How do we talk about food every week?
There are 14,000
Yeah, that's right.
In the U.S.?
McDonald's in the United States.
That's a fucking
and
lot.
only 1,400 in Canada.
Huh.
Yeah,
That's interesting.
I mean, in Tuscaloosa itself, there are three
I would say
McDonald's.
I feel like it's more than 3.
Mm-mm.
If you count Northport? I mean, you have to count
Tuscaloosa?
Northport.
I did.
There's definitely more than 3.
One in Northport. There may
One on the Hill by Sonic, 5 Points.
Oh, they're the 4.
The one in
15th Street.
15th Street,
The one
and the one going like towards Hillcrest on 69.
Oh, yeah.
So that's 5.
Shit. You know, Tuscaloosa's got the most.
Tuscaloosa got the most McDonald's per capita than anybody else. No,
Thank
because
you, football.
I know like I know places like Waffle House is like, you know, Waffle House pretty regional based, but like the reason there's so many stores is because like Georgia has 3 times more Waffle Houses than any other state. So like Alabama I think has the second most. We have like 140 or 50ish, but like, and then Georgia has like almost 500 Waffle Houses in just the state of Georgia. There used to be one, I don't know if there's one at the Braves' new stadium, SunTrust Park, but I know at Turner Field there used to be a Waffle House inside of Turner Field. Where like
In the middle?
there was, you could just walk into the
Yeah.
stadium during a game and you walk in and there's a Waffle House there.
Oh, that's cool.
There's Georgia has 381. This is as of 2011, I believe. So I know for a fact there's been 5 have opened up, like 3 or 4. That's a lot of numbers. There's like 3 or 4 that's opened up in Tuscaloosa alone in Alabama. But Alabama, as of 2011, had 128.
Yeah, so.
There was a smothered, covered, scattered, chunked, and diced list that someone did. It's kind of cool.
Wow.
Buildings?
But let's go find the land of Hunt's Brothers Pizza.
7,300, that's a ton.
Yeah, that's pretty
And
good.
the thing is,
good for them.
I don't think they're tied to a specific type of gas station.
You know, they're not. I honestly don't think that they are. I honestly don't think that they are. I don't know. It confuses me. Maybe do they cook them and just reheat them? I don't really know. I don't know how.
I don't know, because there's different kinds, because I know you can get like stuffed crust Hunt Brothers, and you can get like double cheese. So I feel like there has to be some preparation put into that outside of just sliding a frozen pizza into a pizza oven.
They are an enigma.
That's our grandmothers, Cody. I don't know if you remember, but when they order pizza, they order Hunt's Brothers.
Yeah, because it's right down the road
And
from
they
them.
get everything on it that they have possible.
Yeah, and it is a full blown ass pizza.
Yeah, I mean the only thing I think they don't have there is like pineapple. At least the one here, never has pineapple. But
Good.
like you can get jalapenos, olives, bell pepper, which olives on pizza is disgusting. But that's a whole different.
it's not.
Olives on pizza is what I can.
Olives
take.
by
I hate
themselves.
olives.
I hate black olives in general.
Black olives
And
by
green
themselves,
I love
gross,
me an
but
I love
on
olives.
pizza, I'm okay with that.
Let me tell you. So this entire podcast is apparently a Hunt Brothers pizza ad.
Wow.
Hunt Brothers are out there, sponsor us, send us some pizza.
Just open one in my house. I mean, if they're everywhere else.
I mean,
How
come
great
on
would-
now.
How
It's
great would that be?
so they don't have any franchising fees or royalty fees or advertising fees.
So we could take them over.
Here's $3. Your business is ours.
They get weekly service from trucks driven by pizza professionals.
God, what degree? What do I have to major in to be labeled as a pizza professional? Because that's what I want to change
Graphic
majors
design.
to.
They provide traffic building marketing support, on-location marketing materials that drive consumer purchase, promotions that drive traffic sales, and techniques and materials to motivate your staff to sell more pizzas. I would love.
Wow.
I mean, like you pay for your gas and like, yep, you want a pizza with that? I don't know. Like, how do you even do that?
It's 2 a.m. Yes.
They cover 28 states.
So wait, there's 7,300 Hunt Brother things in 28 states?
I mean, yeah.
That's a lot.
I know. It's kind of crazy how something can be so ubiquitous, but like,
that's insane. So pretty much only half the country probably knows what Hunt Brothers Pizza is.
yeah, but still, half the country is more than.
I mean, no,
thought.
that's a lot,
I thought they
but-
were, because we all thought it was based out of this area.
Yeah, I thought it was like southeast.
Yeah, no. It started in Nashville.
Yeah, so that's crazy. Okay, so that's all the podcast does.
This is a food podcast.
Yeah, welcome to the food pod. I remember somebody asked me, they were like, Tanner, is this going to be a food podcast? No. Well, here we
Main
are.
subject.
Just food every week. Like episode 12, guess what? Food Trip Podcast. Episode 13, French Fry Taste Test. This episode, we talking about Dame Hunt Brothers Pizza.
You know what?
Last week, we talked about food.
Well, we also did a French fry taste test.
Yeah, I mean, we've done everything.
And then we did Feastival.
Yeah, we talked about Feastival
God.
for 2 weeks. So pretty much, in this podcast's lifespan, we talked about French fries and E3.
Gosh, I think it's so funny too because originally when we started out, we talked about like games and music and you know
Yeah.
just a ton of different stuff.
Well, it's so weird, and like I love talking about games and music and stuff, but like it's that lull right now where like after E3, like nothing's really come out,
Yeah.
like or game wise.
Oh,
I mean, besides ARMS, I mean Splatoon comes out in a couple of weeks.
Speaking of video games, Colt posted something kind of interesting today in our chat.
I didn't see it. What was it?
Warframe.
Warframe.
What's happening with Warframe?
Warframe is getting a big update. We don't have a release date yet, but they said 2017. It's a giant open world update, and it sort of like from what I can gather from the video that they posted, feels like an MMO. But
what was
not.
Warframe before? I don't know what
It was
Warframe
like-
was.
Sort of like Destiny. You go like in the fire teams, and you go through like one mission, and you complete that mission, and then you go back into space into your spaceship.
So it was like linear, like
Yeah.
it told you where to go. But now they make it. That's an interesting move.
And I'm really interested in it, and I think I might give it another try. 'cause
It's free to
I
play,
liked
isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's free to play, and they're giving out this giant update with a huge map.
Yeah, that's kind of. I don't know if I'm sure there's been games that have done it before, but that's pretty interesting for a game to like change the whole genre of their game with an
Yeah.
update. They're like, hey, this linear FPS RPG, whatever, open world now. Surprise.
And not only that, but at the end of the video, there was like a giant like I want to say raid boss type deal.
Uh-huh.
So it could be the next Destiny or Anthem.
Well, it can't be the next Anthem,
I
considering
don't, or
Anthem's
the
not
first
out.
Anthem. It'll be the first Anthem.
Yeah.
Anthem 1 will actually be Anthem 2 when it comes out.
Yeah, that's what you said in the chat.
Yeah.
Anthem 2, and then he said Anthem 1.
Yeah, I had to think about
That's
it.
good stuff.
But also, a while back, I don't know if they still have it. Smite had a thing where they had like race carts. It was like Mario Kart, but with Smite.
What?
Yeah, it was all like I don't remember when it happened.
Oh, yeah. I remember that.
yeah, but it was a thing, and that's weird.
That is weird because, I mean, if you don't know what Smite is, it's like a god-based MOBA. So I
Yeah.
don't know where...
Third person MOBA.
Yeah, third-person MOBA, which we used to all be, like, really into, like, 3
I
years
still play it
ago.
every once in a while.
Yeah,
Very
it's fun.
stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it's super fun. I mean, I enjoyed it more than I ever did, like, League or anything.
It's my
but-
most played game of all time.
Really?
Yeah.
More than TF2?
More than
Yes.
Minecraft?
I had like when I quit playing, I had over 30 days in it.
Oh, my God.
That's quite a bit.
I did play it. It's night and day.
Comicbook.com came out with a list. I think it was yesterday. Today, the 10th or the 9th. 9th. Actually came out today. With the best games of 2017 so far.
Ooh.
I mean, I would be surprised if number one's not Breath of the Wild.
Ukulele.
I'll go through here. There's
Was
some
Ukulele this year?
Yeah, and it
Yeah.
wasn't that good.
there's a few things in here that I've never even heard of, which is kind of interesting.
I probably played
and I
the
wanna
ones he's never
I wanna-
heard of.
Probably not. I want to bounce some
I'm
things
sure
off
there's
of
probably
you.
some mobile games on there.
And I want to bounce these things. I want to bounce them off of you guys real quick.
Okay.
Their number 10 was Snipper Clips.
I've heard Snipper Clips is really good.
They said
Like,
it's really fun.
As for co-op based Switch game, I've heard it's super fun.
Yeah. Also, by the way, speaking of Switch stuff, the Switch is getting a Joy-Con keyboard attachment.
That looks ridiculous. I will
Yeah.
not lie. That looks.
I don't think I
It's
saw
literally a tiny, like 75% keyboard, with the Joy-Cons on either side. It looks.
That's insanity. That
But
doesn't make any sense.
it basically, by having this piece, it turns your. I guess it turns your Switch into a mobile device, computing device. I don't really know. Anyways,
Okay, what's number 9?
number 9 is a game that I've never heard of called Thimbleweed Park.
Oh.
Oh, I've heard that. I've heard a little. I think. Oh God, who was I watching? So, I was watching something and they were talking about that game and they were like, "Yeah, this game's really good."
Was kickstarted in 2014. Interestingly enough, the Sexy Brutale comes in at number 8.
I have no idea what that is.
I've heard of that. It's something.
What is it, like a visual? No.
Well, that's
Okay,
not-
this keyboard looks ridiculous. It literally looks like a Logitech keyboard. That's
Wait.
like, put your Joy-Cons
see.
on it.
That's
Oh,
literally
shit.
What it is. That's literally what it is. Nier Automata.
Yeah.
Played it,
number
loved
7.
it, platinumed it.
Really good.
Little Nightmares at number 6.
Played it, loved it, didn't platinum it, but I had fun.
Heard it was good. Yeah.
Number 5. Horizon Zero Dawn.
Played it, loved it, platinumed it.
Number 4. Injustice 2.
Whoa.
Haven't
It's
played it.
it's comicbook.com.
Yeah.
Okay.
There we go.
It's a WWG division of comicbook.com, but it's under the comicbook.com website name. Persona 5 coming at number 3.
Played it, loved it. I'm gonna go on my second run sometime soon.
And Resident Evil 7 number 2.
Nice.
Loved
What
it.
do you think hits number 1?
I mean, Breath of the Wild's
Breath
number
of the
one.
Wild.
Breath of the Wild is at number 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is kind of crazy.
It's no. Here's what's crazy is that 2017 kind of came out of nowhere and it's like becoming like this great year for video games. I mean, even though we're going a couple of months without like a big release, I mean, still Nintendo's releasing first party titles every month for the rest of the year, which is insane. But like, I mean, we have a good Resident Evil game. We had Horizon. We had a Persona game this year. A new Zelda. We're getting a 3D Mario. Like all this stuff this year, and like it was supposed to be a relatively quiet year. I mean, we knew we were getting a few heavy hitters, but like nobody expected like bam, bam, bam. Like quarter one is probably the most stacked quarter one of all time.
Yeah.
It
like-
makes you wonder. It makes you wonder how the next few years are going to play out.
I know.
Yeah.
But then like you have stuff that was supposed to come out this year that's getting delayed into next year, like Red Dead Redemption 2, which I never thought was coming in 2017, but like that. I mean, that could very well make it 2018.
You know, going back to what you said a while ago about Sony blowing their load too soon, I thought that's really funny because I think that's so fucking right.
Yeah.
Because they just showed us everything they showed last year, and I'm like, nothing new, and none of it comes out
Yeah.
until next year. I'm
Yeah,
like,
there's something called the Osborne effect, which is kind of interesting. Osborne
Is that where you
effect-
bite a bat's head off?
Spider-Man?
Yeah,
It's the Ozzy Osbourne reference.
Dude, yeah.
All you boys out there.
it is intended consequences of a company announcing a future project unaware of the risk involved and when the timing is misjudged, which ends up having a negative impact on the sales of current product.
Well, here's the thing. I don't think it has negative effect on Sony sales.
I mean, it obviously had a negative effect on how people view them.
Oh, no, I agree.
And that, in turn, affects sales to a degree.
It had negative connotation for, like, the hardcore. You also have to look that not everybody that plays video games is super hardcore. Like, there's still going to be a little kid this year who's like, I want a PlayStation 4 for Christmas. And they're going to get that PlayStation 4. And guess what? When there's one kid, there's going to be a million kids that ask for a PlayStation 4 for Christmas. And Santa's going to bring them all PS4s. Because that's what Santa does.
And one of them's going to get a PlayStation 3. Because their parents are not sure what
Yeah.
a PlayStation is.
Oh yeah, it's the Xbox One X. Somebody's gonna get an Xbox One S this year because it's gonna be some little kid asking for an Xbox One X, but it's gonna sound like Xbox One S.
Yeah.
And they're gonna end up getting the Xbox One S instead of the Xbox One S.
I would like to see the sales of the Xbox One X compared to the One S, so that we can.
Oh, it's gonna be crazy because parents are just gonna buy the One S thinking it's the same thing.
Personally, outside of that,
And people really.
I mean, myself included, I don't want a One X. I want a One S.
Yeah, I don't know anybody that wants an X. Now everybody after Microsoft's conference was like, yeah, I want an Xbox One. I'm gonna get the S because it's literally half the price, and I don't have or I think it plays 4K, but like they don't have 4K TVs to even like utilize the main feature of the X.
Yeah.
So they're like, who cares? And again, like One S, $250. One X, $500.
Yeah.
So.
I'm hoping that in the next generation of consoles, if it ever comes, outside of these little weird updates that we've been getting to consoles, I really hope that the console itself is geared for longevity, and not for.
So like they just released one piece of hardware and they're like, this is gonna last 8 years.
Yeah. And the thing is, though, is it could have. Whenever they released back in 2013, they released the games, the PS4 and the Xbox One.
Yeah.
They could have implemented some stuff in order for them to have it last that much longer.
Well, I mean, the thing is, it's not like they're not going to last. I mean, it's just like, I feel like technology's now moving at such, like 4K was still like a very expensive thing when these came out in 2013. But now these game companies are like, we want these people to see some cool shit in 4K. So now we're going to implement that. And I think it would have made those systems overly expensive in 2013. Again, like 4K TVs were like $5,000 or $6,000 just a couple of years ago. And now you can get a 4K TV for like $1,500.
Less than that.
Or yeah, cheaper than that.
Like
so.
you can get like a 50-inch for like $600.
Yeah, which is
that was what it was priced in December.
I mean, it's the same way
really?
like Blu-rays did. Like, you know, Blu-ray players forever were super expensive, and that was one of the main pushes of the PlayStation 3 when it came out. I was like, this is why it's so expensive, because it can play Blu-rays. But now you can get a Blu-ray player for like $20,
dude,
and get Blu-rays for like $10.
I saw a Blu-ray player at the thrift store the other day.
That's insanity to me.
Now, and the thing is though, is that Blu-ray now, because like most people's Blu-ray players are out of fashion now. They've been miniature, like DVD players did. They got, I mean, like DVDs over the course of like 10 or 12 years. Mm-hmm. Blu-rays, it's been less than 10 years, and they've already come and gone.
Yeah, well, not Blu-rays themselves, just Blu-ray players, which is also odd.
Blu-ray players because there's a difference between Blu-ray UHD, and Blu-ray UHD 4K.
Oh, well, yeah.
So, like, what the fuck does this TV play? I don't know.
It's just whatever. And it's one of those things now, because it feels like you never find anybody that has a Blu-ray player. Like now, like I think even TVs again come with like Blu-ray player. Like some TVs will come with like Blu-ray players in them, where you just put the disc in the TV or something.
Oh,
and some of them have the Chromecast 4K in them too.
Yeah,
which allow you to stream 4K.
Which is insane. And then all these consoles have Blu-ray players. It's like nobody really has Blu-ray players anymore. Which it's weird, because like imagine if something like that happened for like VHSs. Like VHS, like it seems odd that like the VHS, like if the VHS player died, but the VHS didn't die.
Yeah.
But it was kind of like connected at that point. But now we've gotten to the point now where like you can still buy DVDs and it's fine. Like you can still play DVDs on everything.
Yeah. It comes down to the format of the disc, and it comes down to, you know, how much. I mean, it just really comes down to the format of the disc and the TV that can play it.
Yeah.
What I'm hoping is that, I mean, I don't want it to happen, but it's gonna happen soon, and I wish they would just kind of do it already. Is make a huge push for digital content.
See, I don't know, and I always feel so old when I say this, but like I I want physical things.
I like physical too. I'm a big fan of physical, but it's coming, and there'll be a day when everything's digital, and I would much rather them make a push for the digital, everything going digital, so that I can get things for cheap for having my own digital copy of something like stored in my own home server. I want that type of thing.
I mean, I can see it from that point, but just like I just love owning physical media still, which is probably, I don't know how common of a thing that is, but I just love owning physical media. Like for video games, for example, like I love the cover art, like of video games, or like like special edition DVDs or like steel books. Like I love that stuff.
Well, then you have people like Wenzel's family, who every time a new movie comes out, let's get it on DVD.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And if it's really good, like I know for a fact it's really good, I'm like, no, we're getting it.
We're getting
Blu-ray. Like, screw that.
That's. And well, the thing with me is like I don't even think DVDs look bad, but like after you watch a Blu-ray on like a decent TV, it's like, oh, okay, I can definitely see this difference.
Yeah. Is he the? Oh, sorry, I'm yawning. I literally woke up like an hour ago. Anyway.
My God.
Tanner was like, "Be here at 1 p.m."
For reference, it's 1:30.
Tanner said, "Be here at 1 p.m." I woke up at like 11, but I went to bed at like midnight. So
that's 11 hours.
I need lots of sleep.
Instantly.
Oh, I have a story of what happened to me. Okay, so I woke up at like 7 a.m. this morning, and like my head, like I like raised up a little bit, and my eyes were still closed, and I would go to lay back down, and I like just collapsed and hit right here on my head on the corner of my computer desk.
Oh, shit.
And like I opened my eyes, and I just go. Like I didn't scream, but I was just like, Tanner, you idiot! Like what the heck? What kind of reference? Because usually when I do it, I go to lay down on the other pillow on my bed on the other side, close to my phone. But this was like on this side with the computer desk, and it just hurt. And like I felt up there, and it was a little hot. I'm like, if I start bleeding, it's gonna ruin my whole day.
Gosh.
But luckily, it didn't bleed. I don't think there's any problems besides I still can't see out of my right eye. No, no. But it was. Like, talk about a wake-up call. It's just like me, full force, wham, right into the corner of the computer desk. It was incredible. Absolutely incredible.
That makes me very sad to hear that, because that sounds like that hurt.
It hurt like a bitch. Like
Menzel, why are you sad?
Because just hearing about pain like that just makes me sad.
Wenzel's sad. Menzel's not here anymore.
Oh, yeah, where'd Menzel go?
Menzel left.
He went back to the future.
Actually, what?
Freaky Friday!
He actually stole Wenzel's car.
Wait, Freaky Friday?
What day is it?
You swap places
Well,
with
it's
Sky does
Sunday,
Minecraft.
but Freaky Friday has
Sexy Sunday!
Sex in the City. Sarah Jessica Parker.
A horse.
Nay!
He was a horse, but he didn't love me like I loved him. That's me pretending to type on the computer.
Wow.
What a bit.
You know what's really good for audio podcasts? Visual cues.
I need to bring my typewriter.
Cody types up like the manuscript for our podcast every week. It's like, for those that can't listen, here you could just read our podcast. Can you imagine somebody's like, time to read this week's episode of All You Can Hear? Like, that. Can you imagine reading this bullshit?
Also known as a newsletter, and newsletters are apparently coming back too.
That's awful.
Because college students are stupid.
Here's something fun. The biggest form of wrestling media ever is still the Dave Meltzer Wrestling Observer newsletter. People pay $10.99 a month to get one newsletter a week. And like thousands of people still do this, even though people just post snippets of the newsletter, which I'm fine with, him making his money, good for him. But like people pay $11 a month to get like wrestling scoops that now like just like random people can sometimes get. I mean, obviously Meltzer has like his sources and his connections, but like in the age of social media, it kind of seems like a dead trend. But I mean, he's making buckets of cash from it. So
that's what it's about.
Yeah.
Speaking of wrestling, should we mention that there was a little wrestling match going on before this podcast?
No, we don't have to mention that.
Okay.
No, we don't have to mention it. Besides, I beat Cody and pinned him 1, 2, 3.
Here's the best. You want to bring that up? Last night I won in arm wrestling.
Because
we were laying down, and I was positioned. I think in a fair wrestle. First off, we were deadlocked for like 45 seconds.
Guess who's back?
Which
Reverse Menzel.
Wait,
Wenzel.
Reverse Menzel. That's just Wenzel.
Shit.
Menzel.
It's
who else but me?
You?
What an awful bit. I'm just imagining like you and a slightly like instead of a Die Onward shirt, like Menzel's wearing like a
Die Wenzel shirt.
or no, just like an Onward Die shirt. And it's but everything else is the same. And you two just come together and fuse. And Wenzel's like, I don't feel different at all.
Oh, this is some Dragon Ball Z shit. I can't wrap my head around it.
Dragon Ball Super's getting better.
I thought after the initial like backlash of like this animation sucks. It seems like at the end of the first thing they did, animation got really good and it hasn't really dropped off again.
The only problem I have is how much they reuse animations.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
I mean,
they've only done it like
when you got to release an
twice.
episode every week, dog. You got to meet those deadlines.
Yeah, but I can't talk about it. Never mind. Everybody in here hasn't caught up.
However, Wenzel, did you catch up with My Hero?
Oh yeah, of course.
Okay, so we're all caught up with My Hero.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, that's it.
Cole said yesterday that he didn't like that intro.
I did.
Okay.
I didn't either.
That's insane to me.
The song just didn't hype me
good.
up. It was.
No,
it
it
was
Got me hyped.
Dude, I
and it
literally
didn't
hit myself
sound
in
that
the chest.
good.
It did no. Okay, I'm with you, Cole. Did not sound good. Wasn't hype. Was no hype.
Like when I'm thinking My Hero, I'm thinking jump on the table,
Yeah,
beat
like-
my chest.
like-
beat
Well, if
my
we want to
dick.
go by that, the
Let's
second
go.
intro theme wasn't hype. It
Oh,
didn't get me
hype.
hype.
The second intro theme was pretty hype, and then the first intro theme.
I mean, the first intro theme is still undisputably the best.
obviously, but the second one was really good at
The second
hyping
one was
up.
really
But
good.
this one though, it's just like it's
It's like
oddly emotional.
I'm emotional. I'm in my feelings.
Well, no, here.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay, so the second one.
Cole, you cried
'cause
to
you know-
Old Yeller.
I cried.
Oh, Yeller's a sad
I never
movie.
watched that.
Okay, first off, the second intro, I don't think it's supposed to be like a build up, like they're building to something because all the main characters stretching. It's just like it seems like a, you know, and when you hit the chorus, it's like da 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 da, and it's like really. Then it's like yeah, this one I feel like it's like okay, some real shit about to go down. Here's the main characters, we fighting. It's about to hit the ceiling.
I mean, I can
The
see that.
visuals
But
are nice.
Oh,
But the
I
song
mean,
does not
animation.
fit.
I would say
It
animation's the best out of all the
Did
intros.
you guys watch the ending?
oh yeah.
Oh,
The
the
ending
outro is
sequence?
fantastic.
Yeah, outro is amazing.
Outro's the best outro they've had.
I think it's the best outro I've ever seen in an anime.
Well,
wow.
Cody literally said that as soon as he finished. He's like, "That's the best outro ever."
Which I thought it was kind of funny. I was like, what a strange outro, but
Yeah.
it was good.
I like how it reminded me of like Food Wars intro last season where they were all like writing on knives and shit.
Yeah.
And they were like, "Yeah, let's do
None of this happens in the anime.
Yeah. Or it's like that one sequence, Food Wars spoiler, heads up, where they're cooking and then all of a sudden it cuts to like a very JoJo-esque battle where they're like,
Yeah.
you know, whatever. And like that episode ends like that. And then the next episode starts like that where they're still like,
Yeah.
And it's like, it's just one of those weird things where like an anime borrows from another anime but does it so well. It's like really good. Like there was, so in the, I don't know if you'll ever read the Bobobo manga, but I did. And there was an episode, or there was a volume or a chapter in the manga where Bobobo had Yugi from Yu-Gi-Oh come out of his hair and summon Slifer the Sly Dragon, or Sky Dragon, whatever it was, and like the dragon killed his enemy, and Bobobo was like, "Thanks, Yugi," and he's like, "No problem, Bo," and goes back into his hair. Like that's where Yugi lives, is inside Bobobo's afro.
Is this canon?
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
canon.
yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's canon. It's in the manga, and then
Gosh.
Yu-Gi-Oh chapter, they use. So you remember Jellyman or whatever from Bobobo,
Oh,
the
is
blue
he
guy?
a monster?
Yeah.
Like in the Yu-Gi-Oh?
No. But like he tried to start a or something called New. It was just NU, and you see Maximilian Pegasus using a handkerchief with that logo on it in the manga. So it's like,
Wow.
and the reason that started was I think they randomly met at a party and they were both like huge fans of each other's manga,
Oh.
and they were like, "Yeah, let's just do something stupid." They were like, "Okay."
Gosh, what a great way.
Yeah, so Bobo. That's-
Say what? Bobo. Say what you want, Bobo.
Its manga ran from 2001 to 2005, and then from 2005 to 2007. But the TV show aired from 2003 to 2005.
Yep.
And it didn't even finish.
76 episodes of Bobo.
Yep.
And 21 volumes.
That's fair.
21 plus 7, so it's 28
Yep.
volumes
That is 28.
of manga. So that's pretty cool.
I loved Bobobo. That was my jam. I know, like, nobody else I was friends with at the time liked Bobobo.
Yeah, Cody didn't like it.
That was my jam.
It was. I
I
mean,
liked it.
I don't remember much of it.
Yeah, I don't remember much of it either, but I thought it was enjoyable.
I mean,
I remember a
it was
bald
good.
guy getting whipped by nose hairs.
yeah.
Yeah, well, Bubba Bo, like
And
he had the magical nose hair.
hairs.
He had the magical nose, and the English dub. I'm sure if I went back and watched it, it'd be awful. But I remember like loving the corny. Well, I mean, I probably still do love like just the corny attitude of it because Boba Bo just had this very stereotypical like, I am superhero and I will destroy all evil. Yes, let's do it. But it was like way deeper than that. So I don't know. It was really good. Also, something that I find interesting now. So like, we have more access to anime now than like ever before. So
become
like,
a god.
so people on YouTube do their own English dubs for
Please.
anime.
I want you to stop.
like My
Everyone
Hero.
on YouTube, just do me
And
a
I
favor.
happened to come across one the other day on YouTube. It was a My Hero because I wanted to watch the Domu versus All Might fight again.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, I hear All Might goes, I only have about 1 minute left in full English. I'm like, what the? I was like, what? I'm like, what is this? And then I go down to the description. It's like fan dubbed. But then I see it has like 750,000 views.
I don't understand how people can like listen to the non-Japanese version. It just
I mean, for us, you think about it and it's weird. But I would assume more people watch dubbed anime than subbed anime.
Yeah.
I mean,
No,
easily.
I mean, yeah. It's not that strange to me.
It's just
I don't know.
I mean, you got to think the way all of us got into anime was Dragon Ball Z. We all watched it dubbed.
I prefer the
I prefer the
English
dub to Dragon Ball Z.
Japanese,
Yeah.
but it's growing on me. The Japanese Dragon Ball Z is definitely growing.
Yeah, I'm not necessarily a big fan of Goku's voice
In the
in the Japanese version.
yeah.
Which a lot of people will be like, what? But me personally,
Kid
I just
Gohan.
can't stand his voice.
But Goku.
Yeah, no, I know what it sounds like.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's bad.
it's weird. But yeah, it's hot
Yeah.
outside. It's really hot. Like, and also I was looking at the weather for the food trip. It's supposed to rain every day next week in Gulf Shores. Which
Fuck
is
yeah.
Very exciting.
Uh,
Very exciting stuff. So
Fuck yeah.
just get ready for some rain, boys. We're going to get in the ocean. It's going to be raining. It's going to be a good time.
Oh yeah. Speaking of
do it.
that,
Don't do it.
fun fact. Oh yeah, I think I told you guys last night.
Yeah.
There is a flesh-eating bacteria warning for the Gulf Coast. So
What's the whole state of Alabama?
I didn't know that.
It's like I think like every body of
You were
water.
there?
You were there when we were talking about it last night. Oh, maybe he wasn't. Maybe it was after you had left. I don't think Wenzel was there.
Yeah, he wasn't there.
You
You weren't there.
If I was there, I would know. That's why this is such a surprise.
even more fun fact, according to 11 a.m. this morning, has reached the Gulf of Mexico. In Mobile County Health Department in Alabama tells the news station they have 2 cases related to open wounds being exposed to water around Mobile. A third case is from eating raw oysters in another state.
Yeah, I saw that one.
Um,
Which I didn't even realize you could get that from raw oysters.
I mean, they sleep in the water. Yeah, so
Yeah, I don't think any of the cases of this strain of flesh-eating bacteria though have been lethal.
maybe not, but it's something.
I mean, it's something that's a
There's,
huge
like-
pain in the ass. But I'm swimming in the ocean.
And just the name.
I mean, I'll wear some damn socks. 'Cause, I mean, I have cuts in my feet, so
Oh.
like I'll wear socks.
It's
and
still
get-
gonna go through your
No,
socks.
nope. I'll wear shoes. I'll put on some leather. Dude, that'd be a good bit. Put on
Condoms on your feet.
Well, did I ever tell y'all? Okay, so I told somebody the other night, but you know how in 5th grade where they show you like the puberty videos, like this is how sex works and this is puberty. I remember somebody asking one of the 5th grade teachers. They were like, instead of a condom, can I just wear like a rubber suit? And I remember the teacher being like,
Yes.
well, yes, technically, but that sounds like more trouble than it's worth. And he was just like, well, it just seems like condoms are really expensive. I'm like, and he was like, how much do you think a rubber suit cost? And you also have to clean it. And there's also nothing happening there for you, bud. And he was like, well, I guess you're right. So
I just remember them making that a huge thing, and we had popcorn when we watched it.
y'all had popcorn when y'all watched the.
Uh-huh.
We
I
didn't. I
remember
remember.
that.
We did.
I remember. I felt so cool though, because I mean, it was. I think it was. I can't remember when in 5th grade it was, but like they gave you a thing of deodorant, and this is before everybody hit puberty. They gave you a thing of deodorant and like a pamphlet and like a whole little baggie, like to go home with. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we got deodorant too.
Yeah, we get like deodorant.
What the fuck? We didn't get anything. They just stuffed us in a room. Like, okay, here it is, and then that's it.
Oh, we didn't get popcorn. We weren't treated
got
like babies.
Oh
no,
my
like
God, that hurts me.
It
Like
should-
deodorant.
we didn't get popcorn,
It was
and
exciting.
we didn't get like any little deodorant or
Yeah.
anything.
We got like little tiny Old Spices, I think.
Yeah,
which
we
now
did.
I don't use Old Spice
and it's
at
funny
all
too because
it's awful.
when I was in 5th grade, I was already starting puberty.
Yeah.
And I had a fucking mustache, and nobody except for my mother told me like, Winslow, you have a really bad mustache. We have to shave it off.
Dude, I didn't start like I went through like now we're talking about puberty. I feel like I went through it, average time, but I didn't start growing like real facial hair till like junior year of high school. Like I was baby face as shit till like 17 years old.
Like I looked weird, and I didn't even realize it because I remember looking in the mirror.
Winslow's like, "Where's all your mustaches?"
Well, I looked in the mirror, and I took the time to look in the mirror, and I saw my mustache. I was like, I look like a
Kick ass dude.
no. I looked awful. Ugh.
Wow, good times.
It just kept going at me. The beard, the face, it just kept coming.
The face.
It's so odd to me that you just clean shaved for the first time like ever, and it's baffling to me how fast your hair was able
Yeah.
to grow back.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
It's got to be all those chicken nuggets you ate as a
I
kid.
can't help it.
It's got to be.
I've been doing some research on this flesh-eating bacteria due to the fact that we will be at the beach 1 week from today.
We will.
Can we make it into a solid and eat it?
Here's the thing that's crazy. 1 in 4
Yes.
people who get the bacteria die,
Mhm.
according to statistics.
But not that many people
So
get
2
the
of
bacteria.
us are gonna die on the trip.
We got 5 people.
How did you figure 2 people out of 5 if
Hold
it's 1 out of 4?
Listen
It's
to
25%
listen,
chance.
Listen. I'm gonna kill 1 person.
So Colt just takes one of us out, and then the
I'm gonna
flesh-eating
kill a person.
bacteria will take the other
I'm
one
guessing
out.
Jonathan.
Jonathan will go on accident.
Did you see how high Jonathan's foot went last night when he kicked the key?
Yeah.
It was insane. It was terrifying.
I thought he was gonna kick the light.
I thought he was going to kick Cody.
I thought he was gonna kick me too. Jonathan just hauled off and kicked in the air.
Jonathan literally just goes, like, I see his leg raise up a little bit. He goes, hi-ya! And, like, his leg goes over his head. And Jonathan's, like, 6 foot. And his leg just goes over his head. I'm like, he just kicks the
He's
key
6
off
foot
the
and
ceiling
not a
fan.
very small guy either. It was
It
wild.
was awesome.
It was wild. He does work out.
I mean, that doesn't have anything to do with your flexibility.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe.
I mean, if he's stretching, sure, but
I mean, yeah, but I mean,
I mean, to kick that
it's
high,
still very impressive
Yeah.
for anybody to get their foot over their head. I remember one time I put my foot on top of Colt's head. I probably couldn't do that now, though, because I'm old and broken.
weak.
All right, well, guys, I think it's been another good week of us talking about Hunt Brothers Pizza.
and bits.
and all of us getting our bits in. If you like this podcast, check us out on SoundCloud. Check us out on iTunes. Check us out on the Google Play Store. Review us, rate us, subscribe to us, leave reviews too. You can follow us on Twitter at Twitter. You can follow us on Twitter at AYCH Podcast. And
Yes.
I think we have an Instagram now.
We do.
We
have
do.
We
I
do have
don't
an
know the
Instagram. I
username.
literally made it as soon as I woke up, about an hour ago. Let me pull it up here so I can be accurate with it. I have not had my phone on silent this entire time.
I totally forgot. I was like, oh shit, Instagram.
So I got AYCH Podcast.
Okay.
So you can find us AYCH Podcast. Our logo's up there. Beautiful, wonderful. We might post a photo today. Don't know yet. Might post a photo tomorrow. We'll have it posted on our. We'll have it posted on our
Twitter.
Yeah.
on our Twitter today.
Yeah.
This is not just this is an announcement or anything, but yeah, you can follow us there. AYCH Podcast on Instagram.
Expect lots of pictures of food.
Right. Lots
Yeah.
of pictures of food. Lots of pictures of the food trip itself. It's
Probably-
very
Eating
fun.
bacteria.
Probably animals. Yeah, that too.
Probably some animals. Probably some behind the scenes stuff, like when we're recording, especially like when SEI is coming up.
Right.
Probably have some pictures with the lads.
So yeah, follow us there.
Yeah.
Leave some comments, drop some likes, and yeah.
Yeah. And you can follow me as always on Twitter at Tanner1495.
You can follow me, Winslow, on Twitter at WinsyWilkie.
You can follow me on Twitter at ColtD88, and also you can check us out every Wednesday and sometimes Saturdays, sometimes Fridays, sometimes Sundays on Twitch.
Oh, I told you.
at
I'm sorry.
AYCH.
No, it's all you can hear.
All
on
you
Twitch.
can hear Twitch.
Yeah, we totally know what we're doing today.
Yeah.
Also, but Cole won't be doing it this weekend or this week. This
No,
Wednesday.
Yeah, 'cause
I'll
we'll be gone,
I'll
so-
on the
Yeah.
beach,
So don't
boys.
watch us.
Don't watch us this weekend. Please don't.
Got some great ideas for some streams coming
Yeah.
up too. So, want to check that out.
I got it up in my head.
I got one in my nugget too.
What?
What?
Chicken nuggets.
My nugget.
There's chicken nuggets in his
My
head.
nugget.
Chicken nuggets are in my head. All right, let's wrap it up, boys. I'm about to die of heat.
Bye,
exhaustion.
everybody.